Coming up this week on Virginia Dirt Pirate. Well, this is interesting. This was literally laying right on top of the ground. I have no idea what it is. It is not a shotgun shell. That's a shank. Oh, okay. Two-piece button. It was literally right up under the surface. Well, that is very interesting. It's been a while since I found an Indian. And this one's nice too. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week we're going to go to a couple of different sites. We're going to start out at a site that is a Civil War era site that I haven't been to in about a year. The last time I was there, I found a couple of 3-ringers, I found a Williams cleaner, found a bat wing, which is a strap end for a Civil War era carbine sling. So I know it's a Civil War era site. I don't know much else about it. I don't know how far back it goes. I don't know how far forward it goes. So it needs some more investigation. And then later on, I think we're going to go back to an old buddy of mine, a site that I've nicknamed the Harmonica Farm. Because I found, I think, about a dozen harmonica reed plates there of all different sizes. But that's not the only thing I found there. I found a beautiful Barber silver quarter and some other silver things and a bunch of oddball stuff. You know, it's a very interesting site. And I haven't been back there for a while, and I need to get back there with the manticore and the new settings. So tomorrow, I head over to the first site early in the morning, and then later on in the afternoon, we'll head over to the Harmonica Farm and see what's still in the ground. All right. Another cool, crisp, late summer morning. Very nice, very nice. A little bit chilly. I think the temperature is probably about, I don't know, maybe 60 to 65 degrees, somewhere in there. A little bit chilly, but not bad. All right, so we're heading over to the site. This site is not the easiest place to get to. It does require a little bit of hiking and kind of trudging through some brambles and things, but we'll get there. All right. We are here. Here's the mound. Big pile of brick and rock. Right in the middle of this little pawpaw patch. All kinds of things in this mound. As you can see, there's pieces of iron and things sticking out of the mound. I'm assuming that's a plow blade, but boy, it's in there really good. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's a plow blade. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll dig it out later. Alright. But right now, let's get set up and let's do some investigating. Okay, so this looks interesting. Kind of a small sounding signal. Nice high tone. Let me turn it down, see what we're getting then. Still there. It's on the line. Looks pretty good. Let's dig it. And there it is. Doesn't look like much. Appears to be a little copper ring for something. Okay. All right. Another weak signal surrounded by iron. Looks interesting. All right. It's out. And it's coin shaped. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but let me see. No, that's not a coin. What is it? What is it? Okay. Well, that's really annoying. I don't know what it is, but it's really annoying. All right, this looks good. Let's try it. All right. It is out, and this is it right here. I guess this is probably a piece of lead, is what it looks like. Yep, pretty sure it's a piece of lead. All right. All right, here's a very low ringer. But it is down a ways. So let's see what we've got. All right, it's out. So let's see. All right. Okay. Is that a shotgun shell that's like completely deteriorated or something? Yep. I knew it didn't look like a button. Yep. It's just a completely deteriorated shotgun shell. Okay. Here's an interesting one. Couple different signals. All right. It is part of a lamp. The little wheel and everything. Cool. All right. This looks interesting. Solid 60, 61, 62. Okay, let's see what that is. More lantern parts. Okay. Go, 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 go. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Go, go. Okay, well, we gave it a good try. Just not a whole lot going on at the first site. So I think we are going to head over probably to the harmonica farm, I think, since it's convenient to where I am right now. So we'll see what happens when we get there. I don't know, man. This log looks kind of rotten. Whoop. And my balance isn't as good as it used to be. But, you know, whatever. I'm going to try it anyway. You know, it looks like it's only about maybe 3 or 4 feet down. Might not even break anything. Alright. Almost got it. That bark looks kind of loose though. Alright, I'm going to run for it. Here I go. Ah, got it. And here we are. Back at the harmonica farm. First found this place back in, what was it? I think it was 2021. Back then I was still using the old CTX. CTX isn't a bad machine, you know. It's just that the manticore is a whole lot better. It's smaller, lighter, faster, better in just about every way. So after I got the manticore, I haven't even turned on the CTX, to be perfectly honest. But I still have it. When I first found this place, this is the first thing I noticed. There's a dump here. This is the older part of the dump. They're old pieces of glass and things. And like this. What is this? Big piece of a jug. Looks like there's been some serious erosion going on here over the years. But you can see there are some old turn of the century bottles here. Looks like this one's melted. Maybe they had a fire going on or something. But one of these days I'm probably going to bring a shovel and do some digging, especially around this tree here. See if I can't find some old bottles. All right, this one's fairly shallow, but let's check it out anyway. Good solid signal though. And yep, it would not be a trip to the harmonica farm without a harmonica reed plate. All right. Likely shotgun shell. Down a little ways. So let's have a look. All right, it's out. Still reading deep though. I almost think this is like a modern piece of buckshot or something. Or a 22 casing. I don't think it's a 22 casing, but let's see. Right in that area somewhere. See if we can find it. It was. .22 casing. I believe that's what it is. Or dropped bullet. I don't know. Alright, let me check it out real quick. All right, down a ways. So I'll bite. Okay, it is out. Bit high to be a shotgun shell, but it could be. Wasn't very far down. Right about there. Shotgun shell. No, I take it back. It is not a shotgun shell. That's a shank. Oh, okay. Two-piece button. All right, let me clean it up. Hopefully it's military. Okay. I am almost certain this is a military button of some kind, but I cannot make it out. So I'm going to have to do some research when I get home. The back is going to need quite a bit of work, but hopefully it has a back mark on it. Time to get the Albert's button book out. Wow, awesome. Well, this is interesting. This was literally laying right on top of the ground. I have no idea what it is. It looks like a huge heel plate or something. I don't think that's what it is, though. I am going to probably need to get some help for that one. Very interesting. All right. Well, here's a good one. Wow, this is like silver dime, silver quarter. Visual image doesn't look like it though, but you know, could be on its side or whatever, on edge. I don't see it on the surface, but let's go ahead and check it out. We're right in the middle of kind of a dumping area here, so it'll be interesting to see what this is. Yep, it was literally right up under the surface. Well, that is very interesting. Some kind of a tag or something. Looks like a horseshoe. Okay. Okay, it's got all kinds of stuff on it. This thing rang up like silver. All right, let me go ahead and clean it up real quick. Well, here's something I've never seen before. I have no idea how old it is. It's heavy. I don't think it's silver, though. If it is, it's like silver plated or something. But it says horseshoe overalls for good luck. And then on the other side, it says compliments of Riverside Overall Company, Danville, Virginia. Wow. All right, well, I'm going to have to do some investigating on that. I have never heard of them, but I love finding local stuff. That is very, very cool. Okay. That's fun. All right. Here's one. Looks pretty solid. About 3 bars down. Could be a shotgun shell, but let's dig it and find out. All right, I think it's out. I think. Yeah, it's probably out. All right, pinpointer. Wow, all the way up here? Okay. Ooh, okay. All right, what is that? Too small to be a shotgun shell. Is that a dime? No, it's a penny. All right, I can't see what it is. Let me get my glasses on. It's an Indian. Oh my God. All right, let me get my phone out. Yep, it is an Indian. It's been a while since I found an Indian. And this one's nice too. Looks like it's a 1900. I think that's what it says, unless it's 1903. No, I think it's 1900. Awesome. Okay, this one might be falsing. I'm seeing two distinct signals on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and dig it. All right, I think we got it out. Let's see if the pinpointer can find it. What is that? Oh, it's an acorn. I just heard it. There it is. It's a bullet. It's a 3-ringer, I think. Wow, it's kind of mangled. Wow. Okay, let me get my phone. Yep, it's a 3-ringer, all right. I can see the rings, but man, this thing has been chomped on. Looks like some little critter got a hold of it. Probably a squirrel. Looks like probably about squirrel-sized teeth. Must have thought it was a nut. Ruined a perfectly good 3-ringer. Alrighty, that'll do it for today. Gotta go home, get cleaned up, get something to eat. I usually swing by the store after I'm done, pick up a couple of frozen dinners. Yep, a good old Dollar General. There's always a Dollar General nearby. Dollar General is kind of like the, I kind of like the rural equivalent of 7-Eleven. But I can dig it. All right, time for the weekly wrap-up. And this week we went to 2 different sites. The first site was a Civil War era site that I've found some Civil War era relics at previously. This time around, didn't really find a whole lot. Found some lantern parts, a few odds and ends of things that I can't really identify, a little copper ring, and that was about it. So we went to the other site, which is a site I'm very familiar with, a site that that I call the Harmonica Farm, for good reason. I've found probably about 14 or 15 harmonica reed plates over at that site, all different sizes. And yesterday was no exception. Found another one. So there's harmonica reed plates all over the place at that site. But there are also other very interesting things that come from that site too. And yesterday was no exception. Starting with this thing here. Now this was laying right on top of the ground. And when I first looked at it, I didn't know what to make of it. I know it looked like a heel plate. It's larger than the heel plates that I'm used to seeing. And I couldn't really find, I went online looking for heel plates, and all the heel plates that I saw did not look like this. Until I found one dealer on eBay who was selling heel plates, and he had one that looked almost exactly like this. And he claims it's a Civil War era heel plate that was from the Atlanta campaign. Now this guy seems to have a good reputation. He's been on eBay dealing in relics since the late 90s. He has a very good reputation. So does that make him an expert in heel plates? I don't know. Now heel plates were used all through the 1800s, all the way up until early 1900s, all the way up to World War I. Now I looked up the World War I type heel plates on the Pershing boot, and they're different. They're not like this. They're basically just a horseshoe attached to the heel of the boot. This is something completely different. Now this could be a civilian heel plate. I don't know. But the indication from this guy is that it's a Civil War heel plate. The one that he had, the picture that he had shown on eBay, was of a heel plate that looked like it was, it was in relic condition, but it wasn't worn very much. This heel plate is worn. If you look at it from the edge, you can see how thick this edge is, and this edge here is completely worn down. So what that tells me is that whoever was wearing this heel plate was doing a lot of walking or marching. So my suspicion is that this is actually a Civil War heel plate, but I can't prove it. Anyhow, it was a very cool thing to find, so I'm definitely going to hang on to it. Also found a 3-ringer there too. This one's all kinds of mangled, and this one has been chewed on. You can see what looks like little rodent teeth in it. My guess is that maybe it was a squirrel that was chewing on this thing thinking it was a nut or something. But either way, it was still interesting. Found a beautiful Indian head penny from that site. 1900, in beautiful condition. Been a while since I found a nice Indian head penny. The last one I found was barely identifiable. And found some other odds and ends. This I think is a spout or something. This was very interesting. This is a watch fob, and on the front it says "Wear horseshoe overalls for good luck." And on the back it says compliments of Riverside Overall Company, Danville, Virginia. I had never heard of this company, so I did a little bit of research online, and just about the only thing that I could find from this company was an old postcard. And I'm going to put that up here in a second. Apparently, their main thing was the horseshoe overalls, which was basically what they call the horseshoe auto suit that people would put on if they needed to work on their vehicle. And I guess traveling from one place to another back in the early days prior to World War One, that was probably a bit of an adventure, and you did need a little bit of luck, to get to your destination. So anyhow, I thought this was very cool, very very interesting thing to find. I love finding local stuff. Also found a Maryland State Seal staff officer's button. And this one has a lot of the gold gilt still on it, and has a very interesting back mark. It says New York Clothing House. I don't know if you can see it here. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, New York Clothing House, Baltimore, which is a rather interesting back mark. I've never seen one like that before. I don't think this is Civil War era. I think this is later. The ones from the Civil War era had an eagle at the top, and I think sometime in the 1870s they went back to the original Calvert design. I think that's probably what this is. I think it's probably a late 1800s staff officer's button. But it's very cool, and I always love finding military buttons. Aside from that, just a few odds and ends. Shotgun shells and shell casings and things like that. Next week, I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to have to do some research, but it is starting to head in towards hunting season, so I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do. Anyhow, if you like what you saw today, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, dig it all, fill in your holes, and leave nothing but footprints.